Okay, so we begin with a red onion. I've taken off one layer, as you can see, to make it a bit more smooth and clean. Now you take a knife and place it on top of it in the middle, and then you place your finger where the end of the onion is, and this will indicate where the halfway mark is, so you don't stab yourself on the other side. You just press your knife into it at a 45-degree angle, and then you connect and you create this zigzag pattern going all the way around. Here you can see it more clearly. You just press your knife in, and then wherever the last cut was at a 45-degree angle, you go in again. Okay, you just continue the zigzag pattern all the way around. The only thing you really need to know is that when you press it in, you want to pull the knife upwards and pressing the tip down, so it creates a rectangular cut into it. So that it joins up all the cuts on the interior of the onion. Okay, so just continue going all the way around until the zigzag patterns meet, and then the onion should just come apart, just like this. And then you've got these beautiful two halves of an onion, which on their own are mesmerizing already. Okay, so I'm just going to put one on the side because I don't need it for now. And I'm going to cut the bottom of this onion. Once you've done that, you want to start separating the layers of the onion. And be very careful not to damage or break them. So you start off with the first outer one, and once you've got it off, you just place it down on the cutting board, just like this. And then you start working on the next one, very careful. This is a little bit tedious sometimes, but it's quite simple. Okay, so once you've removed the second one, you just want to lay it inside the one you removed before. And you want to make sure that wherever there was a V from the one before, there's a little point now. And you just continue this pattern all the way to the core. So you just take off the next layer and just align it so it's wherever the V was, there's a point now. And you just continuously do this until you can't remove any more layers from your onion. So I think this is the last one I can remove. Alright, so I'm just going to fit down in. And I'm just going to take the core component and fit that one inside because I can't separate this anymore. There we go. Okay, great. Now this is already a beautiful garnish, but it's a little bit flat. Alright, so I'm just going to take the bottom of the onion, which has a curve in it. I'm just going to lay the garnish on top and then press it down. And that just creates a much more 3D complete effect. Voila! Alright, so you start off with a big carrot and just cut a slice off one side to have a working surface. And then you take a cheese knife or something similar to create a thin slice, and you make a thin slice of your carrot. And then you take this thin slice, place it on a cutting board, and grab your knife. Now you cut 45-degree angle slices across your carrot, which are 2.5 centimeters wide, 1 inch, and 7.5 centimeters long, 3 inches. And just make these slices all the way across your carrot to have many. And once you're done with that, you take your carrot slice and you place it in some slightly salted water. This will make it a bit pliable. After 2 or 3 minutes, you take it out and then you cut small incisions on the inside of the carrot, which are about 2 to 3 millimeters wide, and leave the top and bottom of your carrot slice uncut, so it stays as one piece. Just like so. Once you're done, you pick it up and you curl it tightly round a chopstick. And then place it down on the cutting board and place something on top of it to keep it in place for 2 or 3 minutes. After 2 or 3 minutes have passed, you can take it off and then unwind it softly and place it wherever you need to, and then just feather out your curls. And voila, there you go. The carrot swirl is done. Okay, so now to make a very simple garnish, it's called a triangular twisty, and literally you can make this with any vegetable. I'm just using a cucumber here, just going to cut the skin off, and then I'm going to refine the edges of this piece I just cut off the cucumber to make it into a rectangle. Okay, so now I'm going to cut 2 slits into the rectangle, leaving a margin of about 2 to 3 millimeters on each side and cutting them from opposite sides to create 3 even parts that are still united together in a sort of zigzag shape. Now I just bend the 2 arms out. Now it makes a little triangle which just adds a little something to a plate and just livens it up a little bit. So you can make these out of any vegetable basically, and the best thing is you can just use scraps or leftovers to make these pieces of garnish. So that's great.